and poverty.
By the time I graduate university in my second degree, I will owe about $60,000. Students graduating with a $60,000 debt upon graduation means that about 2/3 of our income, if we even get a job, is going to pay back our debt. And that means we're not buying houses, we're not buying cars, we're not shopping, and we're not investing back into the economy.
Tuition fees have got to go! Hey, hey! Tuition fees have got to go!
We actually have the worst per student funding in all of Canada, and the only government in all of North America that funds their students to go to college or university less than us is Alabama.
Hey folks, we're going to be handing out Main Street. Let's send the message. We're going to beat back the corporate attack. We're going to beat back the corporate attack. We're going to beat back the corporate attack.
We're joining students, workers, community members from all across the province. People are marching in 14 different cities to call on the provincial government to start investing in post-secondary education and social services as a way to mitigate the 1.3 million people who are living in poverty in Ontario.
What do you want? Drop fees!
UTM, drop fees! Now! Drop fees! It's in your hands! Now!
Don't lie to you and me.
He said he had poverty.
Don't lie to you and me.
He said he had poverty.
Make some noise!
I get a cut and wine. Want some rain, mama show my mind. Bad man, and that's when them line. All the sunshine, all the sunshine. You get me mine.
I'm frustrated because students are feeling the sting of the recession. This is a recession that was caused due to mismanagement, corporate spending. The students and workers are the ones who are suffering. Student unemployment this summer hit an all-time high of 21%, and student poverty is starting to become a problem. And the government has done nothing to respond to this. So it's time for a pupils' bailout. We're asking for an investment into education and social services.
Make some noise for dropping fees! Make some noise for ending poverty!
There's plenty of students who graduate and who haven't been able to find jobs. Look at the recession. We're talking about 250,000 people being laid off, and new jobs are they're not there. So a lot of people are forced to come back to school, and unfortunately they don't have the money. So it becomes a vicious cycle where they now have to incur more debt because they can't find work. Reaching Higher framework, which has allowed our tuition to continually increase 4 to 8% every year, is coming to an end in December. And the government doesn't know what they're going to do from here on out. So that's why we're out here putting pressure. So the next framework that comes into place is more student friendly.
You say come back, we say you say
we started at Ryerson this afternoon, and we marched up Yonge Street, across college, and we worked our way to University of Toronto. And from here, we're going to be heading down to Queen's Park. Right now, we're at University of Toronto at Convocation Hall, and we're doing speeches. Right now, all the universities and colleges have just come together, and it's a beautiful thing in spite of all the weather, in spite of all the great deterrents. Everybody's here lobbying for one another. We're out here looking for the government to be responsible, looking for the government to reduce our tuition fees. We're looking for the government to invest in education, to reduce our tuition fees. We're asking the government to invest to reduce poverty. So we're out here for a beautiful cause.
United will never be defeated. The students united will never be defeated. The students united will never be defeated.
No one is going to fight for our rights but us. No one is going to fight for access to education but us. And we have two options. We can either sit back and let this government continue to ignore us and increase tuition fees to the point where post-secondary education is just a dream for students, or we can get on the streets and we can mobilize and we can fight back. It's time to fight for our right to education.
We say fight back. You say cut back. 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 We say fight back.